A hearty good morning to all. From my English Reader course book, turn page number 105. In our page number 105, we have lesson 8, The Lumber Room. The Lumber Room is a short story by the British author Hector Munro, better known by the pen name Saki. The Lumber Room is a classic short story about a child who is too clever for the adults. It is about one clever but mischievous boy seeks to outwit his aunt so he can gain access to the lumber room with its hidden treasures and curiosities. But the story might also be viewed as an analysis of the nature of obedience and the limited adult view of the world when contrasted with the child's more expansive and imaginative outlook. Now, let us have some talkings about the identity of the characters. There are 6 characters in this lesson. First is Nicholas. Second is Bobby, who is Nicholas' younger brother. Third is a boy cousin. Fourth is a girl cousin. Fifth is an aunt. And sixth is a kitchen maid. So, let's start the story. Welcome back to the lesson, The Lumber Room. Nicholas, his younger brother, and 2 cousins live with the cousin's tyrannical aunt. Nicholas is in disgrace today because he refused to eat bread and milk in breakfast. He told the aunt that there was a frog in his bowl of bread and milk, but she would not believe him. She eventually saw that there was indeed a frog in his bowl. She was not pleased, however, to find out that Nicholas had put it there himself. As punishment, the aunt decided to keep Nicholas home and send the other children to Jagborough Cove to play on the sands. She thought Nicholas would be sorry to miss the fun outing. But Nicholas did not mind staying home. He knew the children would not enjoy themselves because his girl cousin scraped her knee on her way out and Bobby's boots were too tight. After the children left, the aunt told Nicholas to stay out of the gooseberry garden as further punishment. Convinced that Nicholas would try to get into the garden just because he was told not to. Then she positions herself in front garden where she can watch the doors to the gooseberry garden. Nicholas made a couple of attempts to sneak by his aunt just to confirm her suspicions. Then he slipped back into the house and stole the key to the lumber room. He had long wished to see what was inside the mysterious lumber room, which was always kept locked. Later, inside the lumber room, Nicholas was delighted to find all sorts of fantastic treasures. His aunt kept her home undecorated and she stored away all the nice things so as not to spoil them. Nicholas was fascinated by a framed tapestry depicting a hunter with a stag he had shot with an arrow. He wondered if the huntsman sees the wolves coming towards him and whether the man and his dogs will be able to cope with them. Then he went to examine other interesting objects in the room. Decorative candlesticks and a duck-shaped teapot, a box full of brass figures and a captivating book full of colorful illustrations of exotic birds. After some time, the aunt became suspicious of Nicholas' long absence and started searching for him. Nicholas heard her calling for him in the gooseberry garden. Then he heard her shriek and cry out for help. He went out of the lumber room, locked the door, and returned the key. Then he sauntered over to the front garden to answer the call. From the other side of the wall, the aunt told Nicholas that she had fallen into the empty rainwater tank and cannot get out. Then she told him to bring a ladder to her. Nicholas reminded her that he was not allowed to enter the gooseberry garden. The aunt countermanded the order, but Nicholas pretended. He did not believe it was his aunt speaking to him. He said that he thought the evil one is trying to tempt him to disobey his aunt. Nicholas declared that it could not his aunt speaking because she had told him previously that there was no jam left over. Having sufficiently enjoyed himself, Nicholas walked away. Later, the aunt was found and rescued by the kitchen maid. In the evening, the tea was taken in silence. The children were unhappy after a miserable outing. The tide was high, so there was no sand to play on. And Bobby was in a terrible temper because of his tight boots. The aunt maintained a frozen muteness. Nicholas was also silent, absorbed in his thoughts. He thought that the huntsman might escape while the wolves feasted on the stricken stag. Thank you.